Hello everyone, welcome back to Chibi and Chill, the anime podcast, the podcast that talks all about all things anime, all things manga, anything that you're kind of thinking Japan related, it's about anime, it's about manga, I'm going to be talking about it on this podcast, so be sure to subscribe to make sure you don't miss an episode. So I'm your host Ryan and I'm a massive anime and manga fan, and I have been for many years, since the 90s, since I was a kid. And that fad has never truly ended. So a few things before we dive into today's episode. Down in the episode show notes you'll find links to my Etsy shop where you can find a bunch of anime themed goodies for you to shop and enjoy. So there's pin badges, there's stationery, there's keyrings and more. Whether you're a One Piece fan, a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, a Pokemon fan, a Mario fan or anything else, you'll find a goodie on the shop for you to check out. There's something for every anime and manga fan over there. The link is down in the footer in the show notes, so be sure to check out my Etsy shop, Chibiweeb Merch on Etsy. If you're a gamer, much like me, then why not check out Razer? You can find a bunch of accessories from mouses, keyboards, headsets, mouse mats and more, to the bigger stuff like gaming laptops and desktops. Over on the Razer website, link down below, you can shop a whole host of gaming accessories, from the Chroma range, which is all colourful, which is my favourite stuff, to more sleek black stuff, including even their own merchandise, clothing, bags and accessories. There's something for everyone. The link is down below for you to check out and shop. Hello everyone, it is that time of year again. It's super festive and there's only a week until Christmas is actually upon us. It seems like December has absolutely flown. I feel like I've blinked and I've missed like 80% of December. I have absolutely no idea where the time has gone. However, it is also time to enjoy the more festive side of anime. And it is the most jolly and festive time of the year and filled with everything red, mulled, spiced and cozy. On another note of that, mulled wine is great, mulled cider is also great. Bear a word of warning if you're going to try a mulled gin. We tried one and it wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't quite as sweet as what you'd normally enjoy. So definitely it's worth a try, but word of warning if you are going to try it. But this time of year also includes the kind of types of shows we watch and music we enjoy during the time of year, and they all turn festive. There's the Christmas music that comes out. I'm not a massive fan of it, but hey ho, bar humbug, I guess. But there's also a load of festive anime that we can check out. And in this episode, I'm going to cover some festive anime recommendations that you should check out, warm by the fire or the fireplace kind of TV image, moving image thing that you can get. I think it's on like Samsung or like Apple TV. You can get the little like background images. Enjoy it on one of those. Have a cup of cocoa, grab a coffee, get all snuggly and cozy and watch some of these anime. You'll not regret them. They're super fun and it makes a change from all the crap Hallmark movies that are out there. Don't get me wrong. In fact, no, I'm not even going to. I'm not a fan of a Hallmark movie, but I am a fan of a festive anime. So let's dive into our first one, which is Tokyo Godfathers. So Tokyo Godfathers is one that has made multiple lists I saw online as I was researching this episode, and Tokyo Godfathers is one that actually was new to me. So this anime is a film and it's all about a trio of unhoused homeless people in the Christmas time. So there's a middle-aged boozed lover named Jin, obviously, a trans woman with the chosen name Hannah, and a runaway teen called Miyuki. And they all come across a forsaken baby. From there, the trio begin to take on a quest to find the child's parents. It looks very heartwarming and it has a really interesting art style. It's quite artistic to look at, but it's not off-putting, if you get what I'm saying. So it's a lot more detailed. It's quite different to what you'd expect an animated film to look like. But the trailer for this one gives you kind of like a Home Alone kind of vibe. It looks really great. There's moments of comedy in there. It's really heartwarming and it's actually lovely and glorious to look at. If you're in for more of a kind of, not 80s style, but Home Alone kind of style movie, an anime movie, Definitely check this one out. This one was given the top spot on so many festive anime lists that I looked at to kind of get a well-rounded view for this podcast episode. Definitely check this one out. It's worth the watch. The next one on this list is great if you're kind of into the more romantic vibe. So alongside joy and all the other fluffy, fuzzy feelings this kind of festive season brings, one of the feelings is also kind of more a seasonal sadness, almost, or more melancholy. And it's that kind of tad sad kind of feeling. And some of the most popular Christmas songs are more sad than jolly. And I don't actually get why that is, but it's people love them. And one anime that suits this vibe is 5 centimeters every second. And this is actually a chain of short stories about two people's distance. So it's broken into 3 segments, the first of which takes place during the winter, and second charts the life of a boy, Tono, and his childhood friend, Akari, and two end up separated due to Akari's parents needing to move away for work. But what unfolds sort of mimics the story of the early parts of past lives. So with the two growing up wondering what may have happened if they'd not moved away, and if they kind of just I don't know, grown up together properly, I guess, and gone through life together. But the animation in this is stunning. It's absolutely amazing. It's so beautiful. And if you're a fan of more romantic or melancholic vibe anime, this should be your number one watch for this festive season. It is super kind of, it's romantic and at the same time kind of sad because of the story and how these people are separated, but what could have been. It's really nice. It's a great like series of short stories. Definitely one to check out if you want that kind of vibe. So in quite a different change of pace in this next recommendation, it's Yuri on Ice. Now it's a slightly different anime than the next one. This one is a sports anime and an ice skating anime to be exact. Although not technically a Christmas or festive related show, the overall vibe and setting for the anime is like, who doesn't think of ice skating when you think of Christmas? Think of like New York Times Square with the, is it New York Times Square? The one that has the like giant ice rink, that kind of vibe. But this one follows the Yuri Katsuki, who appears to be on thin ice, haha, for pun, after a huge setback in a major competition until his idol decides to become his new coach. And this one again is a wonderful animation. If you're a fan of sports anime, then this is definitely a winter must watch. I'm fairly new into the sports anime kind of vibe. The first one I checked out was Blue Lock, and I have to say that absolutely grabbed me by the footballs, should I say. But that one, honestly, that one was awesome. And this one is one that I'm super excited to dive into. I kind of want a winter anime that I can dive into that's quite separated from the similar kind of anime that I'm watching at the moment, such as One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. I want something a little bit different, like a slightly wintry but not overly Christmassy vibe. I can't wait to dive into this one. I'm actually really unsure how long this series are, how many seasons there are, but that's part of the fun. I guess it's a surprise for me as well. So definitely check this one out if you're into more the wintry, ice skatey, sporty vibe for this festive season. The festive season is here, and with that is my new range of Christmas card designs over on Thortful.co.uk. Over there, you'll find my 3 new Christmas cards for mum, boyfriend, and husband, all available to purchase right now in a bunch of new sizes, including ones filled with chocolate, champagne, flowers, and your normal standard A5 and A4 cards. You'll find a link down in the show notes to shop my 3 new Christmas cards, a Father's Day card, and a Happy Birthday card. So be sure to check out thoughtful.co.uk for your Christmas cards this year. So the next anime on this list is actually quite different to all the others. This list is quite varied, and I quite like that. I like that we've got a well-rounded kind of view of different anime for different people's tastes. So it's kind of like a gift for everyone. Anyway, the next one is The Disappearance of Haruhi. Haruhi Suzumiya. Sorry if I butchered that. It's really hard to say the Japanese names for things. But this one is the disappearance of Haruhi Suzume, yeah, and adapts the events of the fourth Haruhi novel. And as the SOS Brigade plans a Christmas party, Suzumiya ends disappearing, and strangely enough, everyone's memory of her starts getting hazy and kind of distorted to the point where they simply start to forget about her and almost like she doesn't exist. But this one is kind of more your mystery whodunit kind of anime. So it's a full-on mystery-filled anime, but it's still got the same share of kind of like romance and kind of those warm, fuzzy, festive feelings. And the disappearance of Harue is perfect when it comes to like Christmas anime. So you should definitely give this one a go. I love an anime that's a little bit different as well. I like the kind of mystery whodunit kind of anime. I don't watch them a lot or enough to say that how much I enjoy them when I do watch them. I don't actually entertain them enough. And maybe I should, maybe that should be my New Year's resolution, but we'll get to those in another episode. But if you're into kind of a slightly different take on more like a detective kind of Sherlock Holmes kind of vibe anime for this season, for the festive season, then definitely check this one out. In fact, actually, a kind of detective, you always kind of think of Sherlock Holmes and Victoriana kind of Christmas in London kind of vibe. So actually, the detective vibe for this one kind of suits the more modern take on that kind of vibe for Christmas. So actually, this one suits the Christmas vibe in more ways than one. Actually, the kind of more Victoriana London detective vibe, but in a modern setting. You get where I'm going. That ended up on a little bit tangent, but you get what I'm saying, and definitely check this anime out. So the last one on this list is one that is kind of, it's been on every list, and I felt it wrong not to include this, and it's definitely one that it brings a more nostalgic vibe, and it's Sudante my, no, that's not how you say it. It's Sudate My Santa, and it's one of the most popular animes of the 2000s, and it follows the story of Santa, a boy who hates literally everything Christmassy, everything festive, because of his name. And as some of you might have guessed by now, he ends up meeting a girl who turns his life upside down, turns it around, and her primary goal being to make him see the beauty of life. It's super fuzzy, it's super cute. And Istudante My Santa is as Christmassy as an anime can kind of get. It has everything you kind of want during the festive season, and we're certain that it's one you'll kind of end up loving it. I'm not sure how often you'll watch it. It's not one. It's not one I'd pick up mid-year. Oh, it's not one I pick up in summer, for example. But it is a cute one to kind of rejoin again during the kind of like December months. But it is super cute. I believe the girl also has a very like Christmassy name. I think it's something like Noel or something like that. She also has a very festive name. It's super sweet. I mean, it's super cute. If you want a full Christmas vibe, definitely check this one out. If you want a like almost like a no holds barred, the main character's named Santa and the other character's named Noelle or whatever her name is, or maybe it's Candy Cane, something like that, then definitely check this one out. If you want a super sweet, super Christmassy anime to full on go baubles to the wall with this season, definitely check this one out. So this might have been a pretty short list of kind of anime for Christmassy, well, full anime for Christmas vibes, but there are plenty of anime specials that also did Christmas efforts that are super worth checking out. So some of them include My Hero Academia. That Christmas special is actually really nice. There's How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. They did a Christmas episode as well. That was kind of fun. It's more comedy. There's also this slightly newer anime called Buddy Daddies, and they did a lovely warming like Christmas episode, which is super fun. The animation on that one is also glorious, especially in the Christmas episode with all the lights and the kind of Christmas trees. It's absolutely great. But one of my absolute favourites, it has to be when I realised that this actually happened, I'd completely forgot about this. And it's the Christmas moment in Sailor Moon S, the movie. And it's the second Sailor Moon movie, and it sees the sailors battle an ice-themed villain and has a kind of subplot of Luna becoming temporarily human, which is amazing. But Tuxedo Mask obviously appears just in time to help save Sailor Moon, obviously just in time. but he does so dressed as Santa while piloting a giant Christmas-themed blimp, complete with sleigh and reindeer to wish Sailor Moon and Chibi Moon a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's super fun. I could not say anything wrong about Sailor Moon. It's absolutely, absolutely iconic and will forever, ever be one of my absolute go-to favourite animes. Say what you will, but that is absolute peak anime. I think it's the same tier as like One Piece. It's amazing. You can't change my mind on that one. It's got far too much of a nostalgic hit for me. But there's so many anime that have that kind of festive episode in there. Sometimes you kind of hit them randomly. Sometimes you hit them in July when you're watching the series. Maybe you're watching a new series and you hit it in July. It's kind of weird. But take a look through your favourite anime and see if they did a Christmas episode. It could be super fun, actually, just kind of make a playlist on Crunchyroll or wherever you make your lists and kind of go through and almost marathon the Christmas episodes of your favourite anime. I'm actually really jealous of that idea. I might do that myself. It's super cute, it's super fun, and actually it's kind of a nice way to kind of watch a bunch of your favourite anime in one go while still getting the festive vibe, even if the actual anime itself isn't very festive. So definitely kind of take a look at that. That could be a cute little project over the weekend. Maybe a lot of us are winding down into the last kind of days of full-time work as well now, so it's super, super exciting. So super fun. I cannot wait. As at the moment, I have not had enough. Well, I've not had any time to watch any anime on my lists, so I have fallen well and truly behind where I wanted to be. But it's part of the Christmas fun, isn't it? It's part of the fun, earning more money for more gifts, all that kind of stuff. But a week off is just on the horizon. It is about a week away, and then I've got a week off. So I think that week will be filled with new anime, rounding up anime that I want to finish off before the new year, because also we need to do a list of where we're at, kind of finish off those anime that we're still on with, that we're still not finished. If you're anything like me, and I really hope you are, because I can't be the only one, that has a bunch, and I mean a bunch, a long list, a longer than I'd like to admit list of anime that has not been finished, because I dive into another one midway through. But honestly, we can get there. We can finish the list. We can finish them before New Year. I want to go into Crunchyroll's January 2023 lineup with a fresh new take. And I think in the next episode, which will be the episode before New Year, I believe, or maybe just before, either in the next episode or the one after that, we will round up the January 2024 lineup for Crunchyroll, so we can kind of plan together the anime that we should all be watching when it comes to the new year. New year, new anime. Let's go. But anyway, I hope this episode has given you a little bit of food for thought, or I can't think of a Christmas pun. But yeah, I hope it's given you some food for thought for a festive anime you should check out this festive season. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. If you're new to the podcast, thank you so much for checking this out. I really do appreciate every single listen, every follow, every download. It really does mean a lot. From one week to another, thank you so much. If you're wanting any anime merch, head over to my social media links. Find me on social media, find me on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. And you'll see a link to my eBay shop where I have a bunch of anime themed prints for you to check out with worldwide shipping. Please do leave a rating and a review on the podcast platform that you're listening on this to. It really does support the show. It only takes a few seconds and it's free. I cannot ask. If I ask one thing of you, I'd ask that. Please do leave a rating and a review. Even if it's not great, please let me know. You know, it's even a bad one. Well, bad press is always, what's the saying? Any press is good press, I guess. Oh, that rhymed. So a rating and review would be great. It really does support the show, so thank you so much for whatever kind of review you do leave. Sometimes finding a birthday card or an occasion card can be a boring task. However, I have some anime themed cards on my Thortful.co.uk creator profile, which is found in my links on social media. Over on Thortful, you'll find a bunch of anime-themed cards such as Studio Ghibli Happy Birthday cards and more, with my range being updated regularly. Each card is processed by thortful.co.uk, with shipping being fast, quick and efficient. You can shop my anime themed cards over on my Instagram, with my links being over on there. Just search Chibiweeb Anime and you'll find me. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. It really does mean a lot. Please do leave a rating and a review down below. It really does support the show and it's free to do. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. If you're a subscriber or if you're thinking of subscribing or starting the free trial on Apple Podcasts, I'll see you on Sunday for the next episode of the Chibi Piece exclusive Apple Podcast exclusive episode on Sunday. Thanks guys. Bye bye.
Yes,